Hi everyone, thank you for joining me here today, and this is going to be my live reaction playthrough for the finale of Endwalker. Technically, I think we already had the finale there, but this is going to be the finale for the finale of Endwalker. So this is going to be the last major patch that we have until Dawntrail comes out. We still don't have a release date for that, but I guess that's okay for now. Really looking forward to a brand new game. But this is going to be 6.55, where we this is really the part where we set everything up for Dawntrail. And we only have about 3 quests, so I don't think that we're going to be going more than one video here. So this is just going to put in the 3 quests in this one particular video, unless it turns out to be really long. And yeah, I guess that's going to be it for now. I do apologize for the mess behind me. I am in the process of moving. I'm moving apartments, and I found a really, really nice one that I'm super excited to move to. So I'm just going through all my boxes and everything, going through all my stuff. I didn't realize just how much crap I managed to get over the years. So just please ignore the mess behind me, and let's go ahead and just dive straight on into it. So yeah, it's been a while. What has happened so far? Right, okay, so we were successful in our mission to the Void. We were able to parlay with Golbez, and thanks to him, we were able to stop Zeromus from, invading. And so Zeromus has been dealt with. Eorzea, she's back home with Vitra. And yeah, I guess it's kind of where we left off. Oh, Zero, yeah. So we did have to say goodbye to Zero. I have a feeling that we will see her again, though. So hopefully we do have like in a future expansion, we can go back to the Void and see how progress is going, maybe help find some way to, reverse the damage that's been done so far. But that's a story for another day. So here we are back in Razat-Han. I have Claire ready to go. And to celebrate the Viper questline for Dawntrail, I decided to go ahead and have her play as Ninja. For right now, it's the closest that I can do, and I'm really proud about how well her outfit looks. It's as close as possible to the Viper gear that I was able to make it. Anyway, I think she looks badass. Aw, that's sweet. And when one door closes, Fashawn has a message from Charlian. Ah, Claire, one of my clerks was just here with a message for you. The students of Baldesion request your presence in Charlian at your earliest convenience. Indebted as I am to our friends, I had hoped that I too might be of service, but it is you alone that they require. If you've no pressing business, pray make your way to the Baldesion Annex at once. Ojika awaits your arrival. In the meantime, I shall continue showing Eorzea the city. From notable landmarks to the people's lives, there is still much and more for her to see. Aww. Farewell for now, my friend. I look forward to the day we set forth on another adventure together. Oh, that's so sweet! I really hope that we do that. I enjoyed his company so much. I would love to have another adventure with him. So we're back in Charlian. And I know that Ehrenfeld is going to be playing a bigger role in the upcoming expansion, so really wonder just what part he's going to play. I grew fond of him during the few times that we did see him in Endwalker. I really did. And so having trouble with my controllers. Might have to get a new one. Okay. A warm and hearty welcome to you, Claire. I gather you received our message? Please wait here while I fetch Kryl and Graha. Well, you can't go wrong with Graha. I'm always happy to see him. Oh, and Kryl has her hood down. It's a nice change. She should really do that more often. Thank you for coming at such short notice. And forgive us for sending you so soon after your trials in the Void, to say nothing of your grueling battle against the 12. Now then, we aren't exactly the ones who require your presence, but Eorzea. He stopped by recently, you see, and asked us to reach out to you on his behalf. About what? I imagine you're as surprised as we are, given that he was supposed to be away on a long expedition. Something must have necessitated a change in his plans. All he would tell me is that there is someone whom he wishes Claire to meet. He also mentioned that he would be tending to business at the studium. Shall we look for him there? I'm having a hard time keeping a straight face. I'm so excited. Oh, man, I just wonder what she's going to be like. Our lioness friend. That's really the best thing I could actually think of describing her, because female Hrothgar, you know, sounds a little too generic right now. Eorzea early return likely has something to do with this visitor. Who could it be, I wonder? Now then, where is Eorzea? Yay, cutscene! Alright, so let's see what we've got.
Eorzea!
Apologies for the wait. I hope I haven't called you away from anything important.
Tall, dark,
I chanced
and
upon
smart.
some commissioned items at my destination, so I thought I might deliver them.
Where did you go, if I may ask?
The New World. Tural.
You went to Tural? Then the person who you wish to introduce...
Aye, she hails from there. I present to you...
Is she gonna jump out or something?
But it seems you've lost her.
How could he not notice she wasn't behind him? Ah, here we go.
Sorry. It's just so different here. I can't help but want to explore.
Well, while you were exploring, your candidate came to us. This is her, the adventurer you crossed the seas to meet.
Ooh, you weren't exaggerating. It's plain she's no ordinary woman. I'm Wuklamat, claimant to the throne of Tulihuela.
Wuklamat. It's gonna take a while to get used to that name.
Tulihuela.
It's Tural's governing nation. The capital bears the same name.
I'll get to the point. I want you to come with me to my homeland.
Well, getting straight to the point. I like that.
Given the magnitude of the request, perhaps you should explain why you're making it?
Of course.
I like her.
Soon, an event of great import will be held in Tural. The right of succession, taking the form of a contest. It will determine who next ascends the throne. As daughter to its present keeper, I will participate. And I have every intention of winning.
She's great.
I was searching for champions to join me when Eorzea told me about you. A mighty warrior who knows no fear, who sweeps aside
Aw.
terrible fiends as if they were reeds, who flew to the edge of existence and saved our stars.
Really? I had no idea you cared so much.
She asked who Eorzea's greatest hero was, and so I told her. Much more elegantly, I might add.
I knew I liked him.
Now you know why. you'll come to Toral, yes?
Wait, let's all just slow down. Wooklamat, was it? You claim to be of the royal family, but is it not the Mamulja who rule in Tural?
Tulihyolal is a nation of many peoples. Not only the Mamulsha, as some across the seas are quick to assume. That said, its present ruler is a Mamulsha, and one blessed with 2 heads besides.
Oh yeah, 2 heads,
He's
no big
also
deal.
my father. Not by blood, obviously, but he raised me as his own, and that's what matters.
Oh, that is sweet.
So that is the way of it. My
Oh.
apologies if I was indelicate.
Hardly. I know little about your land, and nothing about your parentage. But in my eagerness, I've gotten ahead of myself. I can't expect you to agree on the spot when we've only just met. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Just know, though, that if it's adventure you seek, you could do far worse than come with me. No, this is only a rumor. But apparently, the contest will involve the fabled city of gold and the legendary beast, Valiarmanda.
Valiarmanda.
Tell me that doesn't pique your interest.
Hey, you had me at City of Gold. Oh yeah, Golden City. I've heard about it before. From MXL, he mentioned the golden cities of the New World. So I guess that's proof enough as it is that it's
Some
real.
tales have reached even these shores. I can't help but feel proud.
I advise you not to put much store by these rumors. Golden cities are not but a dreamer's fancy.
Says the dreamer who was bent on finding one when he was a child. Just because you failed doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Oh my god.
Tuliolal and the Golden City. Just like in the
Oh!
letter to Grandfather.
Oh, I didn't notice before, but she's wearing the earring.
Regardless of what the contest may entail, it'll be no simple thing. If I'm to triumph, I'll need capable and dependable companions. So let's go on a hunt together. There's no better way to get acquainted.
Saw that coming. Okay. First impressions. I like her. She does not have a filter. She says what she wants and she's passionate about it. I like her. You know what? I was just thinking she reminds me a lot of Moonbrita, but hell, she's even wearing, like, carrying an axe just like Moonbrita did. Journey to Toral. Oh boy. That's the long and short of it. At the very least, I ask that you go on this hunt of hers and take her measure for yourself. Oh, we take her measure? So, where to for our hunt? The stronger the prey, the better. I have no idea. Game is afoot. Hey, Grahati appears equal parts bewildered and intrigued. Kitty, what are you doing up here? Chance to see not only Toral, but the fabled Golden City besides. This is the stuff of grand adventures, my friend. Okay, well, we have his vote for coming. Which is just not to say you should hastily accept the instant invitation, mind. There's still a great deal we don't know. So let us begin to rectify that by first getting acquainted with our visitor in the manner she suggests. Hi, Kitty. Not certain what might be a suitable location for her hunt, however. While I was at the guild earlier, I learned about a petition from researchers on the Isle of Han. You went there not long ago and culled some unruly fauna, of course, but according to recent reports, other ordinary docile fauna have grown savage. Hey, it's believed that they have been unsettled by some manner of predator, and so the researchers seek assistance with identifying and dispatching it. As part of your hunt, perhaps you might answer the petition. Hey, I'm for it. The Isle isn't far, and we would also be helping those in need. That works for me! Just so you know, I've honed my skills against some of the fiercest beasts in Toral. Whatever this creature is, it had better be able to put up a proper fight, or it'll end before we have the chance to get acquainted. Oh, she's gonna be a lot of fun, I can tell. Kitty, behave yourself. And before we can prove ourselves capable and dependable companions. My apologies, but I must see to some preparations. Pray go on ahead to the Isle. I will join you as soon as possible. What is she planning, I wonder? If the rest of you are ready, let us head to the harbor. This being guild ship business, it should be simple enough to secure a vessel. Oh boy, that's one hell of an introduction. Nice and direct she is, this Woodlamat. I really do like that, because all too often we get characters that have ulterior motives, and no, she's coming right on out and telling us what she wants and is inviting us to come along for the ride. Over here. Oh, an instant's duty. Carl was acting a little strange, don't you think? This is just a simple hunt. I wonder what preparation she needs to make. We have the loan of a ship from one of the captains. Cheery fellow. I can operate the vessel, so we don't need to trouble him to take us. First things first, let's grab some food. So we have to take a ship? Ugh, and I've barely set foot on dry land. Oh well, I suppose it's for a good cause. A hunt. Come on, let's get going. Okay, upon boarding the ship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay. Mission, you'll be required to participate in battle. Progress will be saved at certain points. Please know that if he enters battle, associated with the quest. Okay. I don't have time to read all that. If it's not part of the story, I'm not interested.
From here, we must walk.
So much ice. It rivals even Yogg-Tural. Ooh, a white bear. I wonder what it tastes like.
No! Leave the polar bears alone!
Remember, we're here to deal with creatures that have been deemed an unacceptable danger. Do not attack anything else unprovoked.
I know. I know.
Who would want to eat something that cute anyway?
So this is the isle where ether literally bursts forth.
Aye, the Isle of Ham. The geysers lie deep inland, however.
You really are knowledgeable. Kona told me nothing about this place.
I doubt your brother managed to come out this way. He's like to have toured facilities like Labyrinthos, however.
The great big cavern under the city. It's amazing that they could make a sky down there complete with a sun.
this brother of yours? He has been to Sharlayan.
He has. Kona's my second older brother. And until recently, he was a student in the city.
Oh, really?
He went on and on about technological amusements. It made me want to come here too one day. And so I did. I think I understood something of how he felt when I set foot in his beloved studium.
He went to the studium? Your brother must be quite a scholar. But I wonder, like you, he'd be royalty, yes? With such a personage coming to Sharlayan to receive an education would surely have caused a stir, yet I recall nothing of the sort.
He consulted with the head of the studium beforehand, that his identity might remain secret. Being Mikote, he had no trouble blending in. He's adopted like me, you see.
Oh, that's adorable.
One time, though, he almost let it slip to a professor. It was all he could do to parry the barrage of questions.
Having no shortage of questions myself, I can imagine.
Ask whatever you like. I don't mind. But I maintain, hunting together is the best way to get to know someone.
The researchers should be up ahead. Let's find them and learn what we can.
What a nice, wholesome little cutscene. So, if she's one candidate for the throne, and she's got at least 2 brothers, so I'm guess they did say in the fan festival that there were going to be multiple candidates for the throne, and so we're helping one of them, and some of the other signs will be helping some of the others. That's kind of the impression I got, so I'm guessing we're going to be meeting her brother and the other candidates later on.
The researchers should be just ahead.
I know, but I can't move.
There. The building to the northeast.
So, ordinarily harmless creatures have grown savage.
Don't know what's got them riled up. I'll freak out any that thinks to try me. Right, let's hunt our fill.
I do enjoy the voiceovers they add in battle like this. You can't make up your mind, can you? Hard doing this with one hand, love.
Look! Someone's in trouble.
Oh!
Animals are usually so docile.
I always feel bad having to kill lambs. Like these sheep, they're too cute to kill. Oh, thank goodness you've come. I take it you're the one who answered our petition. Wait, aren't you? You are! Claire, the adventurer who saved our star, was that our meeting was under better circumstances. I was conducting a routine inspection of the transporter here when I suddenly found myself surrounded. You'll find more of the same across the chasm. Once docile animals grown strangely aggressive. My colleagues there can tell you more. If you give me just a moment, I can finish checking our equipment.
You really are famous.
Well, I mean, if you save the entire world multiple times, then kind of.
And for good reason, as you'll soon see for yourself.
Really, Graha? Like, if you keep praising us too much, we'll get a big head. Yes, hello, you're precious.
Quite an interesting contraption you've got here.
Oh, don't do that. Makes it hard to
Is
focus.
that our petitioner? Let's go and have a chat.
The adventurer come to answer my petition, I presume. We're most fortunate to have one of your considerable skill here to aid us. A creature of unknown origins has been sighted on the island in recent days, and we believe its presence has affected the local fauna. The animals beyond this gauge are the worst affected we've encountered thus far, though we dare not go back. Your task is to quell any threats you find and search for traces of the beast responsible for all this. What is with you? If you should find anything at all, we would be most grateful if you would share it with us. You are ruining the serious moment. Oh, this is so hard to do one-handed.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Come on, let's pick up the creature's trail.
Okay, beast carcass. You find ravaged beast remains torn to shreds by sharp talons.
These claw marks. I've seen their like before. It's starting to feel like a proper hunt.
Oh, she's just loving this, isn't she? Be a clue here somewhere. Plumage. You find feathers are scattered about the ground. There are signs of a fierce struggle.
Feathers. But did they belong to the predator or the prey?
So, how do you prefer our prey? Roasted or raw?
I prefer grilled,
You
actually.
presume it's even safe to eat?
Fair point. Animal leavings. Cloying stench of fresh leavings assaults your nose. Whatever beast left this is likely still close by.
Still fresh. Whatever this beast, it cannot be far.
What is it? I'm guessing something from the New World? You know, get us excited. Well, you can't blame them if that's the case.
If they're spoiling for a fight, they've got one.
Let's head back and report what we found.
Oh, you behave for yourself. Oh, it's just one of those things. I was expecting something
Powerful
bigger.
wings and razor-sharp talons. Worthy prey.
Oh! Didn't see that coming. Oh my god! It's one of those birds!
What is that thing?
What happened? It really let itself go. Oh, it is a corby.
It speaks?
Welcome to Eorzea. I mean, I was going to say Eorzea, but welcome to Charlian.
It's heading towards the falls.
I'll stay with the researchers. The creature, I leave to you.
Come, Woklamat.
right.
She was really stunned by that thing.
Just so we're clear, I wasn't startled by the beast earlier. It caught me by surprise, that's all.
What's the difference?
Forgive me, but I fail to see a difference.
I'm getting hungry. Let's be done with this so we can eat.
Caught me by surprise! Caught me by surprise!
Think you're clever, huh? I'll rip off that beak and roast you on a spit!
You want to eat something that can talk? I don't know, that just kind of seems wrong to me. But that's just me.
Although you like bird, I'm going to have the last laugh. Oh, I enjoy sinking my teeth into you.
Man, it's really getting under her skin, isn't it? He's really getting under her skin and he's not doing anything but repeating what she says. Well, now that I think about it, that is kind of annoying.
Look out!
Ooh, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, it's one of these. Colbury, that's what it's called. I'm guessing the island must have twisted it like it did, like, with that giant polar bear. Ew. What the heck was that?
I've got you.
Oh, she broke out. Wait, are you leaving us here? Okay. I was gonna say, if you were gonna leave us there, that's pretty low. Did I make it? Okay, good.
Spread out, everyone!
Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, save our comrades.
Thank you.
Oh no. Darn it. Ooh. That did some damage. I think this is like the Ratalost design with this giant Colbury. I was honestly thinking of Rathalos when he first appeared.
Hardly a tickle.
Okay, so taking down the wings. Almost there. Come on.
Try this. Yeah, nothing to it. We have you now, you loud bastard!
Like I said, she's got no filter.
Throw everything you have at it.
We got it. Okay. Duty complete. Well, that was fun.
And I had barely limbered up.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Oh, she was freaked out.
It was a terrible foe, but no match for your axe.
Only to be expected. You were pretty impressive yourselves. I was right to invite you on a hunt.
Oh.
But what a curious bird that was. Though we have similar in Tural, they don't grow so big or use such dirty tricks.
Why are you just standing there? Attack it!
Dirty tricks!
Aye, dirty and despicable.
Really?
Otherwise, I could have easily...
Leave this to me.
Oh no. Oh my god!
Have at you.
Cryle!
I am terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Ah, she's got her new look, new
She
weapon,
arrived
ready
as
to
I was seeing the
go.
researchers to safety. It was all I could do to keep up with her after I explained what happened.
Oh.
So this is what you meant by seeing to preparations?
After hearing of the contest, I thought how wonderful it would be to join you. In coming here, I wanted to demonstrate my skill at arms to Wuklamut. Alas, it seems I missed most of the action.
That was amazing! The piece didn't stand a chance!
I'm glad to have been of service.
May I ask what inspired this change?
You will recall the time you descended to the ethereal sea in search of Heidelin. Recognizing that my skills were inadequate, I chose to provide support from afar, rather than join you. It was the same when you set forth for Ultima Thule. How it pained me to stay behind, again and again. That's what inspired this change. Ever since the final days were averted, I've used every spare moment to hone my craft.
I mean, that makes sense. I have mixed feelings about this. I mean, I think it's wonderful to have her come along with us on, future adventures, but really not sure how the dynamic will be on that front. I know that sounds strange, it's just what popped into my head. But you know what? I'm gonna trust the dev team. They haven't let us down yet.
As you all have adapted your methods to suit the circumstances, I started by considering how I might best contribute. And after much deliberation, I arrived at my answer. With the esoteric art passed down by the legendary Archon realm, Pictomancy.
Realm! Oh my god, they made a reference to Realm.
As I recall, you have embraced versatility to effectively complement a certain someone's style.
She just loves
What
poking
I
fun
do
of him
is
like
much
that.
the same. Like you, I don't want to be left behind.
Aww.
Indeed. I must say, you appear to be especially keen on being involved in the ritual of succession. Is there any particular reason?
Yes, there is. This letter from Tuli Yolal. It was addressed to my grandfather Galuf, and turned up among the students' archives. The ink was faded, so I couldn't fully make out the sender's name. Galul, someone.
Jaja. Gulul Jaja. That's my father, the Dawn servant.
Oh.
What does the letter say?
While much of it isn't legible, it appears to be a request to investigate the Golden City.
A request to investigate the Golden City? From the Dawn Servant himself?
Well, well. Seems it may be more than a rumor after all.
Being a member of the royal family, it was my hope that you could confirm the authenticity of this letter.
I can say for a fact that my father didn't write this.
Oh, really?
Given how culturally diverse Toliyolal is, it was decided some time ago that a common language was needed. But instead of elevating an existing tongue and its speakers above all others, we looked to those widely spoken overseas and created an altogether new one. The similarities to your common tongue also make it quite easy to communicate in these situations, no? This letter, however, is entirely in Eorzean. If Father had written this, it would have been in Turali.
That makes sense.
And what's more, it bears a wax seal. We don't bother with them.
So the letter is fraudulent, then?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that. My father's signature is genuine, as far as I can tell, so perhaps he simply dictated it.
That seems suspicious to me.
I see. Oh, thank you for the confirmation. It seems my grandfather indeed had dealings with Tuli Yolal. I can't help but be curious as to what exactly he was doing there. In order to help us decide on a course of action, would you mind if I asked you some questions about your home?
By all means. After all, Learning about one another was the purpose of this hunt. We can talk while feasting on this fellow. I, for one, am starving.
We're eating that.
I've eaten worse. I mean, it could be a whole lot worse. Like those worms from Am the Rang. I understand Kryle's feelings all too well, the desire to do one's parts. It can be daunting to try and keep up, but nothing will change unless we take the first step. Thanks to Waklamet, we now know who sent the letter to Grandfather, among other things. Many questions still remain. Ah, what an exciting hunt that was, and now it's time to savor the reward. With the wildlife pacified and the researchers safe, our task is complete. That just leaves the matter of the Koberimi. For better or for worse, there's really only one place we can take it to here in Charlian, the last stand. Come, let us see what Dickon can cook up for us. I mean, that is a big bird. I mean, is it even edible at that point? Well, I'm sure Dickon will be able to figure something out. Well now, there's a famished face if ever I've seen one. What can I get you, Claire? Oh, bird meat from the hunt, you say? Leave it to me. I have just the recipe. It's a new dish I recently learned from some sailors, and for you lot, it's on the house. Have as much as you like, you hear? There are some advantages to being a hero, you know? Free cooked food, first of all.
Come, come. Let's enjoy the bounty of our first outing together. I'd heard that Charlian cuisine was terrible, but this is fantastic.
Did that thing really come from a bird, though?
What is this? Oh, it smells spicy.
Oh, don't tell me.
Oh, come now.
Don't
Since
tell me.
when
It's
did
the
you
curry.
become so
Zero's
soft?
curry.
It's not like we don't have spicy food in Tural, too.
She might regret that.
According to Dickon, intensely hot dishes have become popular in Razadhan after a traveller ordered a curry with several times the usual amount of spice. So he started offering the same in order to please the growing Harnish population here in Charlian.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Your boorish manners reflect poorly on the both of us. I wish you would consider your station.
I swear, sometimes it feels like you open your mouth only to criticize.
You can tell they've known each other for a very
Would
long
I be
time.
correct in assuming you've known each other for a long time?
Oh, why do I keep saying? You keep repeating what he's.
I think
We think along the
since we
same.
were little.
I beg to differ. She is a long-standing acquaintance.
They are
Nothing more.
so like Urianger and Moonbrita. Like that's who I'm thinking of.
I see. I see.
All this time you were from Tural. Oh, would that I had known sooner. There's so much I'd like to ask.
You and everyone else. I've kept it quiet so as to avoid the endless interrogations.
Well, if he's going to be a miser, I'll be happy to tell you about our homeland instead. Since ancient times, many peoples have called Tural home, and they've been fighting each other for nearly as long. The fighting finally stopped some 80 years ago, when the reigning Dawn Servant unified the disparate communities and founded a new nation.
And that's how Tuliolal came to be.
Since then, we've enjoyed an era of uninterrupted peace. But my father is getting old, and he wishes to relinquish the throne to a worthy successor. One who can preserve his legacy. Including myself, there are 4 claimants to the throne. But while we all have the right to participate, one among us cannot be allowed to rule.
What do you mean by that?
A man who is too ambitious by half. Word of the Garlean Empire's collapse has reached Tural. While most are simply relieved, he sees weakness to exploit and would lead our armies across the seas on a campaign of conquest.
After everything my father has done to give us peace, he would drag us back into war.
So that's what's going on.
I can't allow it. No matter what, I must win this contest.
I understand your reasons. But this being an event that will dictate the course of your nation's future, is it appropriate for outsiders like us to be involved?
Oh, it's more than appropriate. The Dawn Servant himself expressly encourages it. The ruler of Tural must navigate the intricacies of myriad cultures, and there's no better way to prove oneself qualified to do so than to work with foreign allies. That's why I sought you out. Through our hunt, I've confirmed that you're a warrior of considerable skill, but more importantly, one of good character as well. And so I ask you, will you lend me your strength and help me win the throne of Tuliolal?
I mean, I would like to go, but I feel like there's something wrong here.
You don't need to decide right this moment. But I will need you if I'm to triumph over the competition. I'll stay here as long as I can while waiting for your answer.
In that case, allow us to prepare a room for you at the Baldesion Annex.
That's very kind of you. Oh, and one more thing. Once we finish eating, would you mind if I took the rest of the meat?
Oh, I love her. I really do love her, and I want to help her win, but I just don't know about this whole thing. Like, it's like something in my gut's telling me that there's something wrong here, and I'm not sure if she really is up for, you know, being the leader of an entire nation yet. Judging by Wilclamet's reaction, it appears Turali's cuisine isn't all spicy. Whether Wilclamet has the makings of a ruler, I couldn't say, but I do know that she deeply cares for her nation and her people. Well, that's good anyway. Whether you choose to help her, though, it is for you and you alone to decide. Think on it well. Now then, it's past time I reported our mission success to the guild ship. I would have done so sooner, except Her Highness needed to have her royal meal. I shall come by the annex later. Till then. Okay. Baba Ganoush. That's an interesting name. Why not? Okay, so this next quest should be the grand finale. The Coming Dawn! Ooh, we get a present too. Rahatia is mulling over what you've learned of Wachlamat and her plan. Well, it's not really much of a plan. Well, I dare say we now have a fair grasp of Wachlamat's situation. Still, you've been afforded time to consider her invitation. Why not use it to learn more about Toral? Numenon is bound to have some information on the continent. Yeah, it certainly wouldn't hurt to be better informed. I love lore. Quite right. Not only would it help you to make an informed decision, but if you do choose to go, you would be better prepared for what awaits. Come, my friend, let us be off to the archives. So, we actually did get a decent amount of information, like nothing too revealing to the storyline for Dawn Trail, but at least a better understanding. So we know that there are going to be 4 different candidates for the throne, and Wachlamat is one of them. So I'm guessing she has other brothers and sisters. We know that she did say that she has 2 older brothers. And I'm guessing that there must be, like, maybe a brother or sister, like a younger brother or sister, who's also in competition for the throne. Okay, so that's a basic idea of what's going on. And so the reason that we're being asked to help out is to prove that, you know, the candidate is able to work with foreign, like, cultures and people. I can't think right now, I'm sorry. It's still very early where I am. Blue-covered book. The origins of blue magic can be traced back to the astronic practices of the Wallachie, a tribe in the distant continent of Toral. Oh, I know about the Wallachie. The tribe holds nature in the highest, and in seeking to cultivate a spiritual connection with it, they have learned to harness the power of the wildlife around them. In exchange for teaching them the common tongue, I was permitted to live among them and train in their ways. Those days were some of the most grueling I remember, but they were tremendously rewarding. For instance, I had the privilege of visiting Lapis Canyon, the tribe's sacred grounds. It is so named for the cerulean deposits that well up to the surface, turning the entire canyon a brilliant blue. Under a shaman's watchful eye, I finally managed to master the Wallachie's arts and make the animal's powers my own. As no name existed for it in the common tongue, I took the liberty of naming it Blue Magic. The reason I chose this color, as you will have doubtless gleaned, is for the significance it holds to the Wallachie. I cannot think of a name more fitting to honor the people from whom this noble magic was born. I wonder if Martin was the one who wrote that. I doubt it was Martin, but hey, I must have some kind of connection with Martin, right? And for those of you who don't know Martin, he's part of the Blue Mage questline. Okay, leather-bound book. Let us begin by comparing the geographical characteristics of the 3 great continents in Toral. The former stretches from east to west and lies entirely within the northern hemisphere. In contrast, the latter extends to the far reaches of both northern and southern hemispheres, and a difference immediately presents itself in the form of climate variance. Shifts in climate tend to be gentler when moving east and west, but harsher when moving north and south. Owing to this fact, longitudinal migration is far more common in history, whether it be by men, animals, or plants. Oh, I never thought about that. Case in point is the Allagons, who rose to power in Aldenard before advancing east into Ishibard. Their movement would be mirrored thousands of years later by the Garleans. Meanwhile, although the disparate tribes of Toral waged war with one another for generations, stemmed by the climate, none could make any great headway north or south. I can't talk today, I'm sorry. Tribes hailing from frozen lands withered beneath the desert sun, while those who had thrived in open plains could not pierce dense jungle. Such was the way of it until the leader of the Mamuja succeeded in bringing the continent under one banner. That is very impressive. Given the land's divided history and the reason thereof, one cannot help but be in awe of this feat. Truly, it is a testament to the Autrach's greatness. That's an interesting name. Faded Tome. Every land has given rise to unique wildlife, and the continent of Tural is no exception. Yet while some of her creatures have become a familiar sight in Eorzea, many more exist that are rarely seen this side of the Indigo Deep. This tome introduces a select variety of species as described in the testimonies of sailors and adventurers. Alpaca, accustomed to Tural's craggy mountain ranges, this four-legged beastkin has been domesticated for seemingly hundreds, if not thousands of years. Their soft white fleece is highly prized by weavers, while their strong legs and sure-footedness make them capable beasts of burden. Wyvern. This ferocious scalekin is native to the dense jungles of Tural. The Mamuja have succeeded in taming them and utilizing their prodigious strength for manual labor. Given their immense size and power, it should come as no surprise that the wyvern is also employed as a siege beast. Enemy fortifications cannot long withstand this horned brute's rampage. Why can I not talk today? Balagamar Manda. Turali folklore holds that this bird-like creature is the mightiest of beasts and the very embodiment of nature's power. Whether it exists beyond myth, however, is uncertain. Oh man, I'm so tired. I cannot speak today. I am so sorry I keep butchering names. The Dawn Trail's gonna be terrible for me. Like, if I hear the name, then I'm normally pretty good at remembering it. It is impossible to adequately discuss Eorzean cuisine without speaking of that land from which many of our modern-day staples hail, the far western continent of Tural. Ogre pumpkins, ruby tomatoes, and even the ubiquitous popoto, these crops and more that regularly grace Eorzean dining tables trace their origins to the New World, as the place is known to most. This tale of this culinary immigration begins in the year 1498 of the 6th Astral Era, when a Lominsan sailor named Kitiram successfully traversed the Indigo Deep to arrive at the theretofore unknown continent. Kitiram spent several moons exploring the inland, in the course of which he encountered the denizens of the sprawling nation of Mamuja. He was even granted an audience with their supreme leader, whose confidence he won along with permission to roam freely. Kitiram would return to Tural several times, but during his first expedition he charted the land and gathered meowed root vegetables and seeds to bring back to Limsa Lominsa. The most notable of these was the popoto, whose ease of cultivation and nutritional value saw it quickly spread to all corners of Eorzea. Produce was far from the only bounty of Kitiran's expedition to Tural. Many tantalizing recipes such as the bean-filled burrito and gripping legends such as that of the Golden City reached our shores by way of his ship. To those outside of Kitiran's circle, Tural largely remains shrouded in mystery, yet its influence on our cuisine cannot be overstated. Many scholars, myself included, would relish the chance to immerse themselves in the culinary culture of that faraway continent. Having perused the wide selection of books relating to Tural, you are somewhat better informed about your potential destination. Grahatia will be eager to know what you have discovered. Should you wish to read these books again, you can speak with the reference page. Scoured the library to your satisfaction, have you? Excellent. While there are a few books wholly dedicated to the subject of Tural, I dare say you found tidbits of useful information scattered here and there. But come, let us continue this outside. The mammoths do not take kindly to chatter. Now then, I'm quite keen to hear your honest impressions. I couldn't help but notice that we read the very same book on cuisine. I was pleasantly surprised to find references to Tural within. Among them, did anything in particular pique your interest? Well, the legendary City of Gold. I want to see this golden city. I suspected any mention of the City of Gold would catch your eye. 'Tis truly a mystery among mysteries. Here is a city whose location is unknown, that no one has ever seen, and yet whispers of its existence continue to persist. Countless souls have set off in search of it, never to return. I can imagine it being a suitable challenge for the ritual of succession. But moving on, did you perchance learn aught about the fauna of Tural? Given your adventuring background, I expect the topic would interest you. Balagamanda. Now, why do I get the impression you're imagining pitting your skills against the fell beast? What? What makes you think that? Unfortunately, I found scant details on your would-be prey. One source simply described it as an enormous winged creature with scales hard as steel that rules the skies. I should like to see with my own eyes, presuming that it even exists. I thought I heard familiar voices. What? When did you two get here? Fancy running into the two of you here. Well, well, have some research of your own, do you? Aye, we hope to arm ourselves with knowledge that may benefit the Garlean people. Having forged a new trade agreement with Razad Han, they will next look to foster relations with other nations. This includes former imperial provinces. Well, that's going to be awkward. In view of this, we hope to find hints in history on how neighbors of differing races and ideologies might engage with one another. And what of you two? What endeavor brings you here this day? Oh, well, just getting ready to go off to the new world. Nothing big. Nation composed of the disparate peoples of Tural. Okay, I see where this is going. Dare say this is precisely the kind of example we seek. We do well to read up on Tuliola's ourselves. Did I say that right? Tuliolal? The contents. Is Claire the only one allowed to help Wilk-Lamet? There was no mention of such restrictions as I recall. On the contrary, Wilk-Lamet gave us the impression that she could have several champions. I know that grin. I think I know just how to make the most of our respite. Follow me, Alphino. We have planning to do. Alize, wait! It would seem our plans have changed, if you'll excuse me. They never could rest on their laurels. Nope, they can't. Come, let us return to the Annex. Oh. I have a feeling we're getting ready to wrap things up. I'm a bit nervous now. I mean, I'm really excited about Dawn Trail, but I'm gonna be really sad to officially say goodbye to the first saga. I mean, it's gonna be hard to top a story like that.
Oh, it's just... Despite all that we've learned, I can't help but feel we've yet to hear the whole story.
Thank you. Somebody agrees with me.
What about you, my friend? Are you inclined to accept or refuse Worklamat's request?
I mean, I love to go there, but I'm not sure I want to get involved in, like, more political affairs. Why not? We'll choose the middle road.
I don't blame you. No matter the assurances, it's no simple thing to wade into the midst of a political struggle, and in a foreign land at that. How about this then? Instead of deciding here, go there first and then decide.
Simple and easy, I like
In
that.
the course of seeing new lands and meeting new people, you'll surely find a way forward. That's what adventurers do, is it not? Such a journey would be the envy of many a scholar. Distant as it is, Tural remains largely unknown to us, with only meager records to be found in Numenor. The experiences to be had, all the things you might hear, feel, and think. It's enough to stir me to the core.
Oh, he is such a sweetheart.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I think the X-Arch is shining through.
But there's an idea.
Hmm?
I have a matter to attend to at the Agora. Please, go on inside. I will join you shortly.
Oh, Thancred. Why are you spying on us? Wasn't expecting Thancred, but I think I needed that. I love those little moments with Graha. I really do. Like, you could tell he just genuinely cares about us as the Warrior of Light. He really does care. Oh, he is such a doll. Okay, welcome back, Claire. If you're looking for Worklamat, she is currently with the others in her chambers. If you like, I can go and fetch them for you. Yes. Understood. Please wait in the main hall. Starting to get bright out there. So I hope the glare is not ruining the image here.
You have the look of someone who's made up their mind. Go on then. Let's hear it.
I've never been one to turn down an adventure. I'll do it.
Excellent. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. But I dare say your time in Tural will be its own reward.
You're not planning to leave without us, are you?
Of course they find their way to come along.
Alphino, Alice, what are you two doing here?
We happened to cross paths at Numenon earlier, you see, and I told them about Wuklamat. And when we fortuitously met again at the Agora just now, they expressed an interest in meeting our visitor.
Ah, you must be the twins who are sneaking after Erenville as toads.
100 things about us you could have told her, and you chose that.
First impressions last.
Oh, that's adorable. He doesn't even miss a beat. He had the perfect
It is
comeback.
an honor and a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Highness. Alphino Leveilleur at your service, and this is my sister Alice.
Oh no, let's not do that. I really can't stand titles. So, you want to participate in the contest too, is that right?
Indeed we do. We've been assisting with the rebuilding effort in Garlemald. Yet while progress is being made, the question remains of how the nation might reconcile with its neighbors. We believe there is much we might learn from Tuliolal, a nation founded on unity. And in return for this honor, we would spare no effort in supporting your claim.
The more the merrier, I say. And I'd be keen to learn about Eorzea and Garlemald from you as well.
Having recruited so many committed and capable allies, I presume you have no need for my continued assistance?
Nonsense! Like I told you before, you're indispensable. They're strong, aye, but strangers to our land. They need someone to guide them, to point out the dangers, and spare them grisly deaths. I can't think of anyone better suited to that task than you. What's more, despite your assertions, I know you haven't given up on the City of Gold.
Now, why are you so upset now?
As I recall, Kryl, you were the first to state your desire to visit Tural.
Perhaps I was. Still, I can't help but worry about being away, just when our order is beginning to find its feet again.
You have nothing to worry about.
No, no. I see where this is
I
going.
haven't forgotten how you held the fort while I set off to explore Alzadal's legacy. It's only fair that I return the favor.
No!
Pray, leave the students to Ojika and me.
What? He's not coming with us?
Ah,
You want to retrace your grandfather's steps, don't you? This is a rare opportunity, and I insist that you seize it.
thank you, Raha. Thank you.
That's not
Well,
fair.
looks like it's settled. I'm counting on you all to help me win the throne.
Whether or not you'll be ready for the throne is another thing.
I suppose now is a good time to show you what I spent a small fortune on at the Agora.
It's the map, isn't it?
There. This, my friends, is the latest map of the world, created to celebrate our friendship with the Loporrits. Cast your eyes west of Sharlayan, for there it lies.
You know, for a land that
The
very
site
few
of
people
your
know,
next
we
great
seem to have a
adventure.
better idea of what it looks like than
Tural.
Ishabard. Oh, here it comes. The credits. My god, it's huge! Absolutely huge! Oh. Oh. It's over. Oh, artwork. Okay, so I really don't want to have to bore you with the credits right here, so I'm just going to skip over those, but I will be back in just a moment to go over what I think are going to be like the final cutscenes, so be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we're just wrapping everything up here. I promise you didn't miss much. Just some artwork, some cutscenes. Not cutscenes, sorry, screenshots of previous cutscenes. I don't know what's wrong with me today. When I get really excited, I just cannot speak. Lest you wonder about your passage to Tural, Erinvel will arrange a ship through his guild. You need only worry about your own preparations. Speaking of which, please take this with you, a rugged and ready knapsack. May it serve you well on your coming adventures. No! Really? Do we get like a copy of his knapsack? Now, I'm not sure when departure will be, but rest assured I'll let you know when I hear something. Till then, please take your ease. Yeah! Oh, we did get it! That was the reward! Oh, cutscene. Yay, cutscene. What's going on? Meanwhile, in Limsa Lamensa. What be happening in Limsa?
When does the
Oh,
next ship set
Estinian!
sail? May I ask your destination?
The north and east, I've already seen.
I suppose I'll head west this time. West, you say?
Oh my god, don't tell me. Oh, is the fact that he's going to the new world going to be a complete coincidence? It would be just like him! Oh, I think he's really embracing the adventuring lifestyle, though. Good for him. Meanwhile, in old Sharlayan... Ooh, Oriange!
I see you've made up your mind. I had a feeling you'd be keen.
But to think that our comrades too are thither bound. Fate doth work in mysterious ways.
Indeed. It will be a grueling task, having to contend with them.
If the prospect doth trouble thee, 'tis not too late to decline the petition. Though thine expression would suggest thou art far from perturbed.
Oh, how could I possibly be, knowing what's to come?
Then let us delay
so
no
they at
further
least are
and
on a
secure
team
passage
together.
on a vessel.
Aye. This will be a mission to remember. Come, my friend. We make for Terral.
Oh boy, we're not gonna find out what the heck that's all about until the Dawn Trail. Oh, but it's so nice to see them actually enjoying themselves for once. They're normally so gloom and doom, like Eorzea especially. Oh, what is this now?
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
They just had to put his voice
Or
in
the
their
treasure
lap, didn't
islands
they?
beyond the
Had to
frozen
get one more
waters of
shot
Blind
in.
Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World.
Thanks a lot, MX Silk. Thank you, Hades, for giving us like a bucket list of things to look forward to. Oh, they just had to get one more shot of him in there, didn't they? They just had to get that. Weigh anchor now, the tide is high, and dawn of new adventure nigh. Row forth to break horizon's bond, and tread the gilded path beyond. Okay. Oh man, that was great. It was short, but you know what? It did its job. Alright, new game plus, finally. We can actually go back and play that old stuff. And the knapsack! Oh, I want to see it. I gotta see it. Where is it? Fashion accessories, that's what it was. And here we go. Oh, that's adorable! I love it! I only hope that Erenvel isn't wearing it the entire time in Dawn Trail. Like, I would like to see him take it off once in a while. Okay, so that is it. That is the finale of Endwalker. So it's the ending of one journey and the very beginning of another about to take place, as Raha so elegantly put it. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, is he really not coming? I mean, we saw him in the trailer, and I would really be happy if he came along. I know he would want to have an adventure with us. Like, I mean, maybe he and Kryl can just, like, you know, switch back and forth, or maybe have Ojika take over for a little while. I mean, it's not that hard. Ooh, better yet, leave everything to Tataru. Like, she can take care of everything for you guys. Okay, so what can we expect, and what did I feel about it? Well, Wuklammat, she's fun. Like, we have not had, like, a cheerful character like that in a long time. Like, not since Moonbrita. Like, she is just so much fun, and I don't know, though, like even Erenvel says, like, she loves her nation, she loves her people, and that's a good start, but whether or not she's going to be ready to take over as a leader, that is something that we're going to have to find out, maybe the hard way. Maybe that's the whole point of Dawn Trail, like, she is going to get, like, a bunch of character development there and learn to become a leader, which would make perfect sense. As to Thancred and Urianger, like, if I had to guess, I would say that the letter is about them helping out another contestant. So there's 4 contestants in all, so they've probably been asked to help one of the others. And we do know that Wuklammat has 2 brothers at the very least. I mentioned this before, but I'm guessing that her brothers are going to also be candidates for the throne. I don't know about any sisters or anything. We don't know who this other person is just yet, who, you know, wants to basically send the people off to war, like, especially after everything that happened with Golemald now living in a hovel. So, yeah, that is very, very interesting. It's a lot of fun, but oh boy, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of chaos and craziness coming for us in Dawn Trail. So, yeah, that's my basic impression anyway. So, I'm probably gonna have to do a separate video on everything here. I just can't talk right now because, again, when I get really excited, it's hard for me to talk and make sense at the same time. So I think I'm gonna cut it there. But yes, that is going to be the last video of my live reaction playthrough for Endwalker. And I will be doing a live reaction just like this for when Dawn Trail comes out, as well as like any future trailers or anything else for like the upcoming expansion and everything. So I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that, you know, I gave you a lot of good expressions, that you enjoyed listening to me. And I will, of course, be putting up more videos of everything that's going to be happening here in 6.55. I mean, we do still have Hildebrand, not least of all, like the final quest for Island Sanctuary, the final Alliance raid for Endwalker and everything. So, not Alliance raid, why would I say that? The Tribe Alliance quest line, sorry. I think that's a sign that I need to get off right now. But yes, that's it for now. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!